Hello, I hope you're having a great day. This is my study, Perception of Healthy Eating Habits Among Teenagers, and I hope you enjoy this presentation. Introduction and rationale. In many parts of the world, teenage obesity is a prevalent issue, and countries like the US are struggling with this epidemic. Obesity is classified as having a BMI above the 95th percentile, and this is in children and teens. BMI is calculated by taking one's weight in kilograms and dividing by their height in meters squared. According to a 2019 study, 15.5% of high school students were obese, and an additional 16.1% were overweight. Obesity among children and adolescents in the US has increased from 1999 to 2015 and continues to increase. Obesity can lead to serious consequences and chronic illnesses, such as diabetes, breathing issues, joint problems, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and depression, to name a few, as well as, in extreme cases, death. It's a well-known fact that foods high in sugar and calorie content contribute to obesity. Two other factors that also contribute to teenage obesity are the advertisement of certain foods as healthy or low in calories, and the general views on certain foods, whether they're healthy or unhealthy. Teens with current unhealthy eating habits tend to carry these into adulthood, and studies show that children with obesity are 5 times more likely to be obese as an adult. The rationale of this project is to demonstrate the eating habits of teens and how they perceive healthy foods, and this study will help prove how many teens are unaware of the unhealthiness of many foods, as well as draw attention to the eating habits of teenagers. Here's the hypothesis and research question. The hypothesis was that if teenagers perceive their eating habits as unhealthy, then they will have more difficulty understanding the nutritional values of prepackaged foods. And the research question was, what factors being demographics, affect participants' understanding of nutritional content of prepackaged foods? Here are the materials and methodology. Materials used were about 60 online surveys, which were distributed at the beginning of this experimentation. These surveys included several questions on the demographics of the participant, as well as 8 multiple choice questions on the sugar and calorie content of these certain prepackaged foods, and these questions came each with a picture of the prepackaged food that was to be guessed. The nutritional facts were to be guessed. And research participants, of course, were to complete that. All the data was analyzed on Microsoft Excel on the computer, and the methodology is relatively straightforward, with the survey being made, distributed to middle and high school participants, and then the survey was completed, data was collected and analyzed, and then the results of the study were determined. Here is the first data table, or data chart graph, I may say, which is the percent of questions answered correctly based on self-perception of healthy eating. And so this self-perception of healthy eating was one of the questions asked during the survey, and it was whether the participant thinks that they eat healthy or not. And so, as you can see, the participants that said that they believe that they eat healthy had a lower percent accuracy on the questions asking about nutritional information. So they actually had less knowledge on nutritional information than the people who thought that they were unhealthy. Moving on to the next one is 2 more data graphs, one on percent of questions answered correctly by gender, the other on age. Both are in a similar format to the previous graph, except these two focus on the demographics of the participants, demographics being gender and age. Here's the data analysis. There was a total of 41 participants, 33 female, 8 male. All of them were between the ages of 13 and 18, and the majority of the participants were females. The majority were also aged 15 to 16, play sport regularly, and eat out once a week. Additionally, these responses showed that most of the participants believed that both they and their family eat healthy or practice healthy eating habits. And the respondents who perceived that they eat healthy had a lower accuracy in interpreting the nutritional values of foods than participants who admitted unhealthy eating habits. And females did have a higher accuracy and correct answers than males. And the older participants, the 17 to 18-year-olds, did complete the survey with the highest accuracy, with the 13 to 14-year-olds performing second best, and followed by the 15 to 16-year-olds. None of the data in this study was statistically significant. However, there were some trends within the data. Here's the interpretation. The result of the study was unexpected, seeing as the hypothesis was disproven. And at first it was believed that the participants with healthier eating habits would have scored with higher accuracy. However, the participants believing that they have unhealthier eating habits scored higher. Different different subsets such as male versus female and different age groups showed similar understanding of nutritional values, although the older group did seem to score slightly higher. The study was limited due to a small sample size and low response rate for males, therefore many of the participants were females. And this study demonstrates that thinking that one is a healthy eater does not translate into making accurate food choices. Here are the conclusions. Overall, this study helps illustrate how teenagers who say that they eat healthy have a lower accuracy in identifying the correct nutritional values than participants who admitted to unhealthy eating habits. So the participants that admitted to unhealthy eating habits actually did have a better understanding of the nutritional facts, is just a rephrasing of that previous statement. This is in contrast to the hypothesis which stated the opposite. Looking at the different subsets, similar trends in the accuracy of participant responses were noted. And it should be kept in mind that believing that one eats healthy does not mean that they really do, and that correct actions towards healthy eating should be taken. While advertisement of certain foods may make them seem like the healthier choice, the entirety of the nutritional facts hold the true information. Obesity is a serious epidemic, and it can be prevented by taking the correct measures, such as educating people from a young age. By doing so, chronic illnesses and serious health-related consequences can be avoided. Here are the references from this study. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and have a great day. Thank you.